Thank you for volunteering for this year's point-in-time count. This training is designed to prepare you for the count and to answer many of the questions the participants commonly ask. The point-in-time count, or PIT for short, is a count of sheltered and unsheltered homeless persons conducted annually on a single night in January. The PIT count offers volunteers a chance to meet, interact with, and provide encouragement to people living on our streets. PIT measures the collective progress that our community is making towards ending homelessness and has a direct impact on funding for local nonprofits. PIT also offers an opportunity to provide emergency response for veterans and families living on our streets. Before the count, people will be assigned to teams of 4 to 5 people. One of these people will be a team leader. Teams will then meet up at the rally point on the evening of the count, pick up PIT supplies before heading out. The teams will then leave from the rally point, typically carpooling, and head to their pre-designated count locations. On the way to their count locations, teams will contact their SCPD officer and arrange a meeting place. Teams will then canvass their assigned search areas, looking for homeless individuals and conducting surveys. Teams will then return to the rally point and return all of their PIT materials. Besides the points of interest marked on your team's map, you may wish to look in the following areas for individuals to survey. People often live in cars at big box and retail outlets. Look for cars parked in the extreme periphery of the parking lot, with blankets or towels hanging in the windows. Also, security at these locations can be good sources of information when you're looking for people. Look in the areas immediately surrounding convenience stores, as these are often popular hangouts. Look for any signs of human activity under bridges and in drainage culverts. Look for panhandlers and people sleeping under bridges at major intersections. And look for people hanging out or sleeping in parks. Although it is impossible to tell if someone is experiencing homelessness simply by looking at them, the following are some ways that you might be able to identify individuals to ask if they wish to be surveyed. Look for people carrying multiple bags or lots of luggage, or who have large amounts of personal belongings with them, as homeless individuals often carry all of their stuff with them. Look for people sleeping in public spaces. And if you're unsure, don't be afraid to ask somebody. When looking for youth experiencing homelessness, be aware of the following. Youth experiencing homelessness are often difficult to spot. This is in part because young people tend to be particular about their appearance. Look out for youths carrying more than one bag, particularly after dark. Youth experiencing homelessness often congregate in public places where you would not expect to see children and young adults hanging out. This year's count will use the Counting Us app from SimTech Solutions. Please take this opportunity to download the app from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Once you've downloaded the app, register an account and create a password. On the night of the count, you will log into your account and enter the setup key TX500. Select the Sarah 2017 count and you'll be ready to go. Please pause the video now and follow steps 1 through 3 on your screen. Download the app, register, and create a password. There are 6 survey options on the point-in-time count. It is important that you select the right survey for each encounter. If a person is by themselves, conduct a survey at the individual level. This is true regardless of age and includes unaccompanied youth. Pregnant women are also considered individuals. If there is more than one person sleeping in the same location on the night of the count, including adults and children, ask if they are part of the same household. If so, use the household survey. If not, use the individual survey. The household survey selection will prompt you for the number of people in the household and then will take you through questions for each family member. If known, begin with the oldest member of the household. The shelter survey is for individuals and families living in supervised, publicly or privately operated shelter designated to provide a temporary living arrangement. The unsheltered survey is used for individuals and families with a primary nighttime residence that is a public or private place not designated for or ordinarily used as a regular sleeping accommodation for human beings, including a car, park, abandoned building, bus or train station, airport, or camping ground on the night designated for the count. The observation tally is used under three circumstances. 1. You are unable to enter a site. 2. You cannot conduct a pit survey because the person refused to answer questions or you have language difficulties. Or 3. You do not wish to disturb people who are sleeping. The following items are important to remember when using the Counting Us app. It's important that you enable the GPS location on your smartphone. This way we can get accurate location data for each of the surveys conducted in the field. When conducting surveys, you must enter an age or estimated age range for each of the people you are speaking with. If a person is transported to a shelter, or if there's any other important information that needs to be noted, please include that information in the notes section of the survey. If your group has any questions, please call the PIT hotline number printed on the back of your group's packet. If your group encounters any veterans or families with children, please call the PIT hotline. Teams involved in the downtown night count will depart from the Tri-Point, located at 281 and St. Mary's. Team leads for the night count will return their packets and all pit supplies to the Haven for Hope Volunteer Center. Thank you for volunteering to lead in this year's point in time count. As a team lead, you will have the responsibility of guiding your team members and ensuring their safety while completing surveys in your assigned areas. As a team lead, you will be responsible for checking out and returning all of your team supplies at the rally point. This includes maps, badges, headlamps and flashlights, and backup paper surveys. For evening count team leads, if your team is still out at 9 p.m., finish any surveys already started and return to pit headquarters at Tri-Point. All teams should be in by 9:30 p.m. Downtown count team leads will take their teams from the Tri-Point and meet with SAPD officers in their count location at a pre-designated spot. Team leads will then return all pit supplies to the Haven for Hope Volunteer Center. If your team is in the field and encounter either of the following, please contact the pit hotline. Any veterans experiencing homelessness will be offered transportation to safe shelter. Simply call the pit hotline and pit staff will make arrangements. Unaccompanied minors experiencing homelessness will also be offered transportation to safe shelter. If the unaccompanied minor does not wish to be transported, you should still contact the pit hotline so a report can be made to the proper authorities. Once again, thank you for participating in this year's point in time count. All of us here at SARA look forward to seeing you on the night of the count.